Hey everyone, Mike here. Welcome to 2019. I hope you guys have a great new year. I hope you had a good old year. I hope you had a nice holiday season as well. But I wanted to do a channel update for the new year. One, I haven't done a channel update in a while, and two, there's a lot of new stuff going on. And I'm sure some of you, maybe, however many people watch this, are curious as to what's going on. So for those of you who haven't been around on my last few streams, which I wasn't really, I wasn't putting on YouTube that I'm streaming now or anything like that. So probably a lot of you missed this. Well, of course, because there's like 1,200 people who subscribe and there's like 10 that show up to stream. So uh, I applied and got accepted to a master's program that I'm really excited about. That happened few weeks ago. And classes start on the 7th, or the semester starts on the 7th. So that's coming up real quick here. Um, it's a clinical mental health master's. I'll probably go for addiction counseling master's as well because a bunch of the credits will transfer over to that once I graduate. And then I will apply for licensing in my state to become a professional licensed counselor, and that'll take another 3,500 hours of practice underneath another professional therapist before I'm fully licensed. So that's like the next 5 years of my life right there. But I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be the last thing I ever want to do. And that's kind of a cool feeling. Uh, so you may think, okay, well, he's going to school. It's actually interesting. They're 8-week semesters instead of 16, so it's very condensed. They won't even let you take more than 2 classes at a time because of the workload. I'm only taking 1 class the first semester, so I just really wanted to see how the whole time thing worked out. But eventually, I'll have to start taking 2 classes just so I can not spend forever in school. So that is a concern. But on the plus side, I'm not really doing all the other stuff I was doing this last year, right? So I was focusing on a lot of health stuff because I hit my max out of pocket, and I was finally getting some diagnoses and treatments that seemed to be working. So that's where all my focus was at the end of this last year. That's why there wasn't a lot of content, because I was trying to make as many appointments and get as many procedures done as possible while it was free. And I had PT at least once a week, every week, and that'll be done as well. Like, I'm planning on not hitting my out of pocket this year. Just avoid the doctors, do my PT at home, hopefully. I haven't done it since my last PT appointment. I did a little bit, but yeah, I've fallen off on it really hard. Um, but hopefully I won't. So that'll give me a lot more time. So I've freed up a lot of time, and I'm going to fill up that time with schoolwork as well. But I think there's going to be plenty left over to continue to make content on a fairly regular basis. So let's talk about the whole content stuff. That's what you guys are here for. It's 3 minutes in. I haven't stopped talking about myself. So the big one, of course, is Dwarf Fortress. When the new version of Dwarf Fortress comes out, I will be playing that exclusively, would be my guess. I'm really excited for Adventure Mode since the Villain Arc mainly deals with that. I will probably play some Fortress Mode, but only after the whole just bad feeling spiral bug gets fixed. It's a known bug. Toadie's mentioned it multiple times. I've bitched about it a lot, so I just won't say too much more about it. But he did say that it would be fixed before the big wait when he works on the Myth Gen stuff. So it may not be in the first update that comes out here, but it'll come out before development pauses again for like 3 years. But yeah, I refuse to play until that bug is fixed because it is just not fun. And I play games for fun. So you'll see Adventure Mode as soon as that comes out. I'll probably be streaming that. I don't know, maybe I'll do a YouTube series for it, but I'll talk a little bit more about streaming versus YouTube probably at the end of this. The other things, what else do I have going on? So I'll probably want to unwind and relax a bit after at the end of the day with all the schoolwork stuff, assuming I'm not just sick and tired of sitting in front of my computer all day doing studying and online garbage stuff. I'll probably if that's the case, then maybe I won't want to sit in front of my computer to relax. But otherwise, I'll be playing some trucking like I have recently. I did pick up American Truck Simulator as well during the Steam sale. But I find that nice and relaxing, and it's a great time just to kind of chill with chat and unwind at the end of the day. Another kind of relaxation thing I have in mind is I grabbed Subnautica from the Epic Store while it was free, and I'm really excited for that game. One of my favorite things I've ever done, like one of the most relaxing activities, or probably the most relaxing activity I've ever done, is scuba diving. I love scuba diving. I never get to do it anymore. I'm very sad about that. But just being under atmospheres of water and being completely weightless, and the only thing you can hear is the sound of your breathing. It's just, oh man, it's amazing. It's it's the best feeling ever. Yes, I realize all the other feelings out there. I've experienced many of them. And for me, nothing beats scuba diving. If you ever get the chance to try it, highly recommend it. Some people aren't good with breathing underwater, or, they're agoraphobic, or, whatever. I get that. I actually have a little agoraphobia issues when I scuba dive, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop gushing about scuba diving. But if Subnautica has even a fraction of that feeling from playing it, I will be in heaven. And I've completely, like, I know I want to play the game. I'm aware of it. I paid attention to it before it was released a little bit, but that's it. I haven't watched anyone play it. I'll be going into it completely blind, and I'll be experiencing it with nice fresh eyes, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I'll be doing that on stream probably as well, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be a YouTube thing. I don't know. We'll see when I get to it. What else? I do want to finish the Cataclysm DDA playthrough, the Prison Break. I had so much fun with that. That was such a great playthrough. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching it from the beginning. It's a little slow at the beginning just because I was still learning the game a little bit, but just everything that unfolds, it was great. I couldn't have written anything better. It was just so much fun to play. Unfortunately, I hit a bit of a lull. There's kind of like, I don't know what direction to go now. And the last few episodes, I kind of feel were kind of ugh. So that's kind of why I stopped recording it, but I definitely had no intention of abandoning it. It will be finished at some point. Maybe it'll be one more episode. I do something stupid and I die. We never know. But I'm going to try to keep Rambunctious Rick alive, because he's a really fun character. I really love that. I also grabbed Caves of Quad, which everyone's recommended to me who likes Cataclysm and Dwarf Fortress Adventure. I still don't really know much about it, but I bought it a few months ago on like a Steam sale or something, and that'll be on the docket. I don't know if I'll get to it anytime soon, but it's an option. And what else? Is there anything else? I'm gonna bring this up here, I guess. So a buddy of mine, really good friend of mine, got me. He really wanted me to play Overwatch with him. I thought it was going to be a stupid game. I was very wrong. It really scratches that deathmatch first-person shooter itch for me. That I used to play a ton of like Doom and Quake deathmatch stuff. So, yeah. I mean, there's things about Overwatch I'm kind of about, but it has been a lot of fun to play. I've been playing with him lately. It's another reason why you guys haven't been getting a lot of content. Anytime he wants to play, I jump on. So that'll continue. That'll probably eat up a bit of my time. The reason why I bring it up is because I'm curious. My assumption is nobody on this channel at all wants to see any Overwatch stuff. I feel like I know you guys pretty well, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe you just want any sort of content. Maybe you know nothing about Overwatch. You're like me, where you just kind of thought, oh, it's an esport and a bunch of, like 13-year-olds play it. Well, that sounds stupid. Like Fortnite. I refuse to pay attention to Fortnite just because my friends, like 8-year-old kids, play Fortnite. If they play it and enjoy it, man, do I sound elitist. I'm just an old school gamer. I'm an old man. I don't like anything, right? So, not that old, but I'm older than my physical time here on Earth. Anyway, so let me know in the comments. I could stream some Overwatch. Him and I just have a blast. Like, I've never even done ranked stuff. I've only been playing it for like a month, but We just play quick play, and it's him and I in voice chat, just going off and having a fun time. Maybe that would be entertaining to people. Maybe not. I'll never be like a professional Overwatch streamer. That's for damn sure. So, no worries on that. But yeah, let me know. Just, if you want the content, let me know. If a few people want it, then yeah, maybe I'll stream it. I need to upgrade my internet connection, which I've been considering before I try to stream something like Overwatch, probably. But and then the other thing, I've been playing some multiplayer Stellaris with him, but I don't think that really works well for content, especially the way we've been playing. He's new to the game, so we've been playing really slow. And I love playing Stellaris slow, but I just don't think it makes for great content. Anytime I watch someone play Stellaris, like try to, I can't. It's just like, oh, this is so dull. I don't care. Anyways, so that's kind of what to expect content-wise, and some other little things about well, hey, what do you guys want to see? Because honestly, I don't get a lot of comments on these types of videos. So every comment that I do get holds a ton of weight. I've found new games like Cataclysm through people's recommendations. So if there's anything you want to see, or if you just want me to prioritize a specific game, take a couple seconds and type out a comment real quick, just saying, hey, I want to see, oh yeah, I really want to see Subnautica. Do that first, or whatever it happens to be, because again, it's going to hold tons of weight. If you're the only one that says, I want to see this first, you're probably going to get it first. Just telling you guys, like, anyone who's that invested in the channel, who's going to leave comments and stuff, yeah, I mean, unless I have a really particular reason why I want to play something over another thing, I'll defer to, whatever the vocal few. So yeah, I encourage you to comment and let me know what you think about all this kind of stuff. So the last thing I want to talk about is Twitch versus YouTube. So I don't even know where to start with this. Like, how in depth should I go? Here's the quick, I'll probably ramble after this, but here's the quick explanation. Twitch is very easy. All I have to do is boot up OBS and start playing a game, and I'm having fun, I'm interacting with chat. There's lots of benefits there. YouTube, and I have definitely made some troubles for myself, which I'll get into on YouTube, but YouTube takes a lot more time to just get the same amount of content up. And I'll explain how in a second, but just so you guys know, that's what's kind of weighing on me. So I anticipate I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming than YouTube this year. There are some things I prefer to play on YouTube just because, it's easier. They require a lot of focus, so I can't pay attention to chat, or I just want to play it at some weird time, and I want to play at my own speed, and just kind of not be, I don't know, just sometimes streaming doesn't work for some games, I feel like. And maybe some relaxation games will be like that too, but I don't really have a good qualification for what's better streamed and what's better on YouTube yet. But just so you know that Twitch will probably see more of my time than YouTube will. Now here I'll go into a little bit more of the explanation. So YouTube, again, I screwed things over for myself because I started editing and worrying about music and trying to raise the production values, which I don't think anyone really cares all that much about. But I did get some comments about, hey, you should do this music stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I don't really care a ton for music. I enjoy some music, but it's not a big deal to me. So for people that it is, like, yeah, okay, maybe I can do this for them. But when I was editing, for sure, oh man, it just took so much time. I've mentioned this before, I think, but it was like 10 times as long. Like, it took 10 times longer than it did to make the content to put it up on YouTube with the editing. But even without editing, which I'm never going to do again, I'm almost 100% positive of, except for maybe like if I need to edit something really quick in a video or something because of whatever reason, yeah, sure, I can do that. But the whole editing the entire episode, matching up music and, re-encoding and all that stuff, it just takes way too much time. It's not fun for me. And because of that, it makes me think, oh, hey, maybe I should record something. Oh, man, I don't want to go through all that crap, so I don't. And that's another reason why you haven't seen a lot of content. So I figured this out not editing anymore. That'll make YouTube less of a thing I dread. However, there's still a lot more time that YouTube requires. So, um, first of all, you create the content, but you got to upload it. And my upstream isn't that fast. So, I typically it's going to take me like 30 minutes to upload a video, depending on what it is, depending on the bit rate and stuff. And I try to have high quality bit rate, videos. If the production values aren't high, at least the picture can be clear, right? So, that takes a while. You got to upload it. So like I spend 30 minutes playing a video game. It takes me 30 minutes to upload it. Now it's twice as long as just going on Twitch, and it's just streaming, directly as I'm doing it. And then I have to create, if it's a new series, I have to create thumbnails, because if you don't, your videos aren't going to show up anywhere on YouTube except for in your subscribers' feeds. So then that requires usually like 2 or 3 hours to do a new thumbnail for a series. Once it's done, I can change the numbers for the episodes really quick, and that's not a big deal. But I have to find public domain images that actually fit the content, which is very difficult to do. And then, of course, I have to find something that I like as well, and then edit it to, throw it into GIMP and do my transparencies and cut out the background and, all the fiddly stuff that just takes a while. And some of the thumbnails I was doing actually for the episodes, I was doing a different background image for each of the thumbnails. That's probably going to stop too. But at least that was a little faster because they were just captures. But anyways, that's one of the reasons why I'm just not all that excited about doing YouTube. Like, I'm going to have less time, and the time I have, I want to spend efficiently. And for me, that would be playing games and having fun, because I'm not doing this for a living. I don't care about monetization. Hardly anything on my channel is nothing, I think, in the past 2 years is monetized. My cutoff is usually, if it's 2 years old content, or at least a year old content, I think is what I say in like my introductory video, then I'll consider monetizing it, because I don't want people really coming to the channel for the old stuff I'm not playing anymore, like my old Space Engineers videos. Like, that's been like 4 years or something ridiculous, maybe 5. And every now and then I'll still get someone who comes in and leaves a comment on it and like, oh, that's not true, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, look at the video. I actually went and changed all the titles to mention, like, this is old, don't pay attention to it. Because, yeah, there's been like 5 years of development. Of course this video isn't indicative of the current state of the game. Oh, man. People are funny. So, yeah, so that's the only reason why I really monetize anything. I'm nowhere even remotely close to the minimum amount of money I need on YouTube or Twitch to actually get a check, right? You need at least $100, I think, on both to get a check. So I think how long have I had this channel? It's been a long time. I got like 1,400 videos or something. So in all that time, I have, I think, something like $40 worth of ad revenue that's come in. So, maybe in another 5 years, I'll have the $100 I need to cash out. So I'm not doing this for the money. I'm just doing it for fun. The second it stops being fun, it's going to stop happening. So I encourage you guys to keep me entertained. Yeah. So that's the reason why I will probably be focusing more on streaming than YouTube videos. However, that being said, I think I mentioned this already, anything that's I do on a Twitch stream, like a Dwarf Fortress stuff, or anything except for probably the relaxation truck streams and stuff like that, we'll make it over to YouTube. And if you have any input on that, like, oh man, I would really love to see the trucking videos or whatever, let me know. One, you can go watch the VODs. I don't save them, though, so if it's something that people really want to see, then I can make sure that I'm saving the VODs. But they last for like a week or two or something, and then they disappear. So you can do that. But yeah, I did find a way to mess with the different audio channels, so I can record the music I play while I'm trucking in a separate channel that I could then take out in editing so that it would be YouTube safe. So it is an option, but I don't know if I really want to do that. So, but I did get it where it's set up, and it does work that way currently. So it wouldn't be that big of an issue to bring it over to YouTube. And just while I'm rambling, since I told you guys there's going to be a ramble at the end, so anyone who didn't want to hear this is gone. But I'm getting really pissed off at YouTube's content ID system. Like seriously, it's completely flawed, and it makes me really not want to have anything to do with YouTube. I now abhor Google as a company, YouTube included, Alphabet, anything they touch. To me, is just infected with evilness, and I really don't want to have anything to do with Google. But it's so entrenched in the internet that you can't, right? I got a Gmail account that's like 20 years old. Gosh, I hope that's not right. I hope it's less than 20 years old. But like, I got in on an early invite, and like, so I just, everything's always gone there and always will, and I hate that. I love to get away from Gmail. And then YouTube, you kind of, if you want people to see the content you're making, you kind of have to put it on YouTube. Luckily, Twitch is a little different, but I'm also not super fond of Twitch for a lot of reasons too, especially after Amazon bought them. So, um, so the issue I have with the damn Content ID crap is I go to a lot of effort and took a lot of time finding public domain music I could put in my videos. Like, you can't even comprehend how much time this took me to find stuff that I liked that was public domain, and fit with the videos. So I go to all this trouble, and like the first issue I ended up having was with some what do you call it, classical music. So classical music is obviously in the public domain. However, performances of it can be copyrighted. So I made sure to get public performances that were not copyrighted, stuff like the U.S. Navy Band and stuff like that, right? It was licensed to the public domain, the performance was, so I could use it. I put in a couple videos that I uploaded and actually never went live with, and got a Content ID strike immediately. So then I have to do the dispute thing, and eventually they all drop their claims because they were completely clearly in the wrong. But the problem with YouTube is they allow people to use public domain music and submit it to the Content ID system. And the Content ID system isn't, it's just not good. I'm trying to find bigger words, but it's inefficient. It's insufficient. It can't tell the difference between similar recordings, right? You'd see articles about, some guy was playing acoustic guitar for, some song, and it got matched, or someone whistled something and it got matched, right? So it's really frustrating that you can go spend that much time and effort to try to work within the system, and the system is so flawed, the technology is so flawed, that every time you upload that music, you're going to have to deal with this stupid dispute crap. So the most recent one I got, one of the, what was it? One of the Dwarf Fortress videos, I think. I used this public domain music. I got a lot of stuff from this artist called, I think, Komiko. People actually have put comments in saying, "Oh, what's this music? This is great." And I've told them what song it was and stuff like that. So he's got a lot of really good stuff that seems to fit really well with your kind of fantasy, kind of Dwarf Fortressy kind of stuff. So I like his music. I use it. It's completely in the public domain. Because it's completely in the public domain, some guy, and I'm not going to call him out because, one, I don't know who he is, and two, it doesn't really matter because I don't think he was doing it maliciously, but he decided to use this Komiko song in its entirety and just overlaid some various noises, right? It's, that's probably rude. It's some kind of music that made it better in some way. I don't know. To me, it sounded like noise. So he does this, and then apparently uploads it to the Content ID system with him as the creator. So because it has the entire song, he didn't just like sample parts of it. It's verbatim the exact same song with just stuff overlaid on top of it. Obviously, it matches immediately on my video, and now I have to go in and dispute that. And it's just, the system is so flawed, and it pisses me off so much, and I already hate Google so much that that's a big reason why I don't want to have anything to do with Google or YouTube, and I'm very demotivated for putting videos up on YouTube. And luckily, I'm not monetizing them. So really, when I put videos on YouTube, it only costs YouTube money. They're not making money off of me, and that's really the only way I can justify using YouTube at all anymore. Uh, but that was a long rant. Thank you for letting me get it out of my system. Now you have an idea of where I'm going. And you know what? I hope I'm not the only one. I hope enough people get pissed off about this enough. Some big content creators, though this has happened in the past. See, I'm not done with my rant yet. Uh, but they just don't care. YouTube does not care. And I could go for hours on YouTube with the way their whole content ID system is created specifically so they can take advantage of artists. And I think it's awful and I hate it. But there you go. So I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about YouTube and the scenarios that I've laid out. Because I think they're losing a lot of popular support for people who in the know, who pay attention to what's going on in technology and stuff. So, anything else at the end of this stupid long video? Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate that you're all around, that you stuck by me with such a inconsistent publishing and streaming schedule. Just not really putting a lot of stuff out there. You guys are the cream of the crop. I love you. I hope things are going real well for you. And I'm glad to have you guys in my life. I've made some good friendships through the channel. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope it continues for a while. So there you go. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all in this new year and whatever the first videos are. And take care. Bye-bye.